Hi, everybody. Hope your week has been going well so far. Leticia here. Happy Friday. I know when I usually do my webinars, it's on a Thursday, but it got a little too late yesterday, especially since I know those of you who are on Toronto time, New York time are an hour ahead of Playa del Carmen time where I am. Anyway, once again, hope you're doing well. As announced yesterday, I'm going to be speaking to you about today about a little bit about the Tulum real estate market. Tulum, as you probably know, is a city located, well, it's a small but growing city located about a 1 hour drive south of Playa del Carmen in Mexico's beautiful Riviera Maya area. And Tulum is currently undergoing a real estate boom. The city really took off about 10 years ago, and it's really been growing at an exponential rate. I don't have the numbers for you as to how much the population has grown, but it's definitely growing before our eyes. Okay, so today I'll be discussing in particular a beautiful boutique building which is currently under construction in Tulum. I had the opportunity to meet the developer, and she's a lovely lady from New York who has a 20-year career as a realtor, investor, and property developer in New York. And she saw the opportunity. She literally fell in love with Tulum and has decided to do a project in Tulum. And I think you're going to like what you see. So before I go into the details of the building itself, I want to just educate you a little bit about the Tulum real estate market. So I'm going to share a little bit. I'm going to share my screen with you. Thanks for joining, those of you who are able to join live, and also those of you who are going to be joining later. Okay, 1 second. So yeah, I figured I'm going to share my screen. Okay, just yes, that. Okay. Okay, so that's kind of an aerial view of Tulum. And as you can see, you come in, coming from the north to the side, you take from the north to the south, you go along this yellow line, which is the Carretera Federal, the federal highway, which connects the cities of Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Tulum, okay, and it goes further down to all the way to Chetumal and eventually to Belize. And as you come into Tulum, you come into this area called Tulum Central. Now, Tulum Central is about a 3 kilometer drive from the actual beach. And then you have here the Tulum Hotel Zone. Now, in the Tulum Hotel Zone, you have a lot of beautiful boutique resorts, boutique hotels. You have little casitas, little houses on the beach. That's the scene. And there are definitely very high-end, very luxurious properties in this area. And most of the people that are just coming in for the weekend or the week, it used to be that they would just come to this Tulum Hotel Zone. However, what's been happening in recent years, just like in Playa del Carmen, more and more people are choosing to spend their times at boutique, beautiful condo buildings. Instead of going to a hotel, they rent something on Airbnb. And that market has been growing exceptionally well. Tulum continues to be a very desirable international destination, particularly with European visitors. About 30% of the visitors coming to Tulum are from Europe. The rest are a lot of Americans come to Tulum. Definitely some Canadians. Canadians seem to like Playa more than Tulum. It is what it is. But definitely the Tulum real estate market cannot be ignored. And by contrast to Playa del Carmen, in Playa del Carmen, we are currently allowed to build buildings up to 6 floors, at least in the downtown area of Playa. You're allowed to build 6 floors plus the rooftop. In Tulum, they are keeping it eco-chic. You're only allowed to build ground floor plus 3 levels. So they don't want, they want to keep this eco-chic vibe in Tulum, and they want to keep, the municipality, they definitely want to keep that blend with nature. They're going to preserve a lot of the existing green space, and so that's what's happening. So in addition to, this aerial map, I'm going to just do a bit of, oh, okay, I think I have to reshare my screen. Permítanme, give me 1 second. Because I closed that and I just closed everything. Okay, I should just give me 1 second. Thank you guys. Thanks for the likes. It's exciting, and it's just exciting that I live in this beautiful area where we have absolutely gorgeous real estate. Oh, thanks. Somebody gave me a nice comment. Thank you. All right, so this right here, you guys, is more of what would you call this? This is like a municipal planning map of Tulum, okay? And so this is kind of what developers get provided with when you're looking to, if you're looking to buy land in Tulum, you're going to be looking at something like this, okay? So different regions have been carved out in Tulum. So Region 9 is also known as La Veleta. It's a very desirable rental area. So, you know, rentals do really well in the central, and now increasingly we have this other region developing called Region 15, also known as New Tulum. On my channel, I have a couple of videos from both Tulum Central and a couple of landmarks in this area, one of them being Holistica Tulum, which is a healing complex where they have yoga palapas. They have, gosh, how would I call this? A retreat center, but they also have an on-site restaurant. It's like a magical looking place, absolutely beautiful, and that's the vibe in Tulum, you know. And there's definitely a certain tourist population and digital nomad population that really enjoys this vibe. And I mean, it can be so bad living, you know, in nature, in the jungle, close to gorgeous beaches. It's not bad. Okay. So up until last year, like I said, the city has been growing a lot. So up until last year, we only had one avenue, which was Avenida Coba. That was the only beach connection. And this avenida, you can ask anybody on the weekend, it gets really backed up. So trying to get to the beach, I think it'd be faster biking than trying to get there in a car. So sometime last year, the city opened Avenida Kukulkan. So this is where, so finally we have a second beach access, okay? And in the future, we also have this street here, which is Avenida Fifth Avenue in Tulum, which is very different from Fifth Avenue in Playa. They weren't very creative with their street names. But anyway, the Fifth Avenue, this is projected to be a future beach access. It currently is not, but it's still one of the larger roads in Tulum. And all these little all these are going to be, you know, eventually they're going to turn into roads. Right now, you may be surprised when you travel to Tulum, you may stay in a beautiful luxury condo building, but to get there, you are taking a dirt road. I know it sounds crazy, but that's just kind of the scene over there. Okay. Let's so just to give you an idea where today's the project that we're going to be discussing today is located around here in the Región 15, very close to the Holistica Tulum complex, very close to something called the Gypsy Market, which is again it's a commercial plaza that has a lot of little cute boutiques, cafes. Again, that whole hippie chic, eco-chic Tulum vibe. Okay, so let me see if I already have my brochure up. No, I don't think I have it. E-Tulum. Okay, yeah, actually there it is. All right, so once again, we're going to be discussing boutique development in Tulum, which has a projected completion date of end of this year, maybe February of next year. Okay, the concept, you know, the developer, this lovely lady from New York, like I said, maybe we'll have her on the call one day. She had this concept with the letter E. And as you can see, it stands for a lot of good things, you know, from enjoyment, enrichment, enterprise, explore, ecology. So she came up with, you know, all the beautiful things and energy as well. Again, she talks about, you know, why Tulum in general. Oh my goodness, so many exciting things to tell you. Again, everybody, well, I don't know if everybody, but some of you may know there is a world famous archaeological complex in Tulum. I didn't really point it out on the map, but it's, well, here. It's right here, you know, this area here. That's the famous archaeological site, and that continues to be a tourism draw, you know, internationally. It's very, very beautiful. And again, you know, absolutely beautiful nature, gorgeous turquoise water beaches. I know in recent months, some of you may have heard the whole Atlantic coast of Mexico, and I can't speak for, you know, Miami and so on, but definitely the Atlantic coast of Mexico, we have been hit with a certain type of seaweed, which hits our shores. It is a seasonal thing. It tends to happen in the summertime. It's not very pretty. The local municipalities are taking, and you know, the Quintana Roo government are taking proactive measures. They are putting certain barriers to try to minimize the impact on that and to preserve our beautiful white sand beaches. Why real estate in Tulum? Well, if you are like most people considering a property in this area, you may come and spend some time here yourself. By and large, you're going to be purchasing an investment property. And from that perspective, this is an exceptionally strong rental market. And I'm going to show you guys kind of what kind of rental figures we can expect. Tulum overall, as a city, is rated an A+ rental market on AirDNA.co, which is a leading industry website that tracks vacational rental data. They literally pull data in real time from Airbnb and VRBO, from real-time listings. It's really an interesting website. It is a paid-for website, and you literally have to pay for every little neighborhood. So I've had the membership here and there. We have a local service that kind of amalgamates all that data, and I'm going to show you a report that they recently provided. Okay, so again, very attractive. One thing that's projected for this area that some of you may or may not know about is the Mayan Train. This is a major infrastructure development that's coming to this area. It's going to be a high velocity train uniting the cities of Merida in the Yucatan Peninsula, Cancun, Puerto Morelos, Playa del Carmen, Tulum, and it will go all the way down to Chetumal. The completion of this train is expected for spring of 2024. At the same time, we are having the second, the developer didn't put this in here, but at the same time, Quintana Roo's second largest airport is currently being built in Tulum. Again, the projected expected date for that, completion date for that is May of 2024. So with these two major infrastructure developments coming to the area, I think, Tulum is just going to continue. It's just going to accelerate its appeal to an international clientele. Even people who are pressed for time, up until now, you've had to fly into Cancun, and it'd be about a 2-hour drive from Cancun to Tulum with all the traffic. Again, the Mayan Train is definitely going to alleviate some of the traffic that we have on this one highway connecting these key cities in Quintana Roo. But in addition to that, the airport, we literally have people that come here just for the weekend. One of my best friends from Canada visited with her sister recently for her sister's birthday, and they literally were in town for the weekend. And the interesting thing is, the rental market in Tulum, people come to Tulum and they don't mind spending money, especially they're coming in for something, a special occasion. In the winter time, which is our highest season here, it's not uncommon to see nightly rates in Tulum of $400 per night. Okay, even for a 1-bedroom or a studio. Like, I have a client who was visiting here last winter, and she wanted to spend the weekend in Tulum, and she saw the rental rates. She's like, and yet, if people come specifically to Tulum, they don't mind spending that kind of money. Okay. Okay. So now let's talk about the actual project. Oh yeah. So speaking about the Tulum rental market again, this is what I was talking to you about. Let me see if I could somehow make this bigger. It doesn't look like I can, but anyway, average monthly income. And again, this takes into account all kinds of properties. That's what you can expect in terms of average rental income. Again, what I was showing you, what I was telling you about, like the winter months. Okay, that is a little, not as common. Well, in the winter, on a winter weekend, it's not uncommon to see those kinds of rental rates. But now, if you look at the entire year, that's what you're looking at. Rental demand, again, it says 35%. Increase in earnings, it's aumento de ingresos. Yeah, I wish I could explain more what these factors are. And they're only Spanish. I should have studied this a little closer. This is what got my attention. I mean, to have an average monthly rent of this much, and when you see what the prices are, I think you're going to be very pleased, because I know, I lived in Toronto before coming to this area, and I know that to get this kind of rental rate in Toronto, you're looking at spending hundreds of thousands. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at the kind of prices we have in Tulum. And so I'm going to go back to talking about this particular project. Okay. So I don't want to make this too long, but I'm excited. Okay. So again, what this developer is doing is they're going to have, again, keeping up with the Tulum vibe, beautiful building. That's where you can see the location again, Region 15, which is, they call it New Tulum. It's the developing area of Tulum. This is an expected view. This is what the building is expected to look like when finished. Okay. Um, it's going to have what they call a jungle gym, which is a common thing in this area where they have machines in the outdoors, like exercise machines, exercise equipment. It will have this up here is the common area pool. They're going to have, um, as you can see, yoga space. I'm going to show you more renders. Okay. What's unique about this building? First of all, it's a very boutique building. There are only 8 units in total, out of which 7 are one-bedroom units, and there is a ground floor unit which could be converted to a two-bedroom if that's what the client chooses. Okay, they are very spacious units. When we look at other projects in this area, which I expect I'm going to be doing moving forward, you're going to find very small unit sizes. A lot of times, the developers, well, yeah, they want to offer a very affordable product, but at the same time, from a living lifestyle perspective, um, you know, what this developer has done is that she really wants to have luxurious and very comfortable units. And again, what's also unique about the units is that each unit, in addition to the common area pool, each unit has its own private pool. I know. How bad is that? I mean, how good is that? I quite like it. Usually that's considered a premier feature. So in other properties to have a private pool, you're going to be looking at penthouse units only, and penthouses are always sold at a premium price. Um, so again, she talks about the floor plans. I'm not going to go into the details over the floor plans. If anybody has uh, again, the ground floor units are more spacious. They have larger terraces, and then all the upstairs units are the same price point, about 77 square meters each unit, however much that is in square feet, but they're not small. Okay. Um, yeah, a few more renders. Oh, yeah, there you go. So, again, in Mexico, most unit sizes are coded in square meters. And again, here she goes into more details about the floor plans and the sizes. Again, if any of you are interested, I'm happy to share this with you. Here I have a few more renders of the project. Okay, and yeah, that's the yoga space. Yoga is a big thing in this area. I'm happy I restarted my yoga. So one last thing I'm going to show you is the price list. Okay, precios. Okay. So again, there are only 8 units, and out of them, one has been reserved already. This developer, she's not been doing a ton of marketing, and in fact, I'm happy to be one of the people to give some exposure to this beautiful project. As you can see, prices range from 200. What is it? At the lowest end, you've got 169 for one-bedroom unit of this size, 169,000 US. Okay, and they go up from there. The downstairs units being much larger, um, are offered at a higher price point. Then again, this would be a two-bedroom unit for 244. If you're in a position to put down, so just so you know, with most pre-construction projects in this area, you as a buyer are expected to come up with at least 30% of the purchase price upfront, and then you'd make an arrangement as to how you want to make the rest of the payments. In this case, the developer, if a client is willing to put down 50% or in a position to put down 50%, that would qualify you for a 3% discount, which is not bad. As you can see, the price changes. This one could go down to 164. Okay. And yeah, and this developer actually is okay with either 30-70, so 70% on completion, or 50-50. And again, 50-50 would qualify you for a bit of a discount. Okay. So that's it for now, you guys. I don't want to take too much more time. And again, there are many other beautiful projects in Tulum. This is one that, again, I had the pleasure of meeting the developer herself, and I like her concept, and the apartments are, the concept, absolutely beautiful. Speaking about the materials that are going to be used, it's going to be a blend of a lot of natural materials. The walls, there's something local to the Tulum area called chukum. It's the resin of a local tree, and what they do is they blend that in the polished concrete on the walls. I think that's what it is, and they call it chukum finish. And this resin has anti-humidity properties. That's my son laughing in the background. He's not laughing at me. um, and dogs barking, of course. That's a constant in Mexico. Welcome. So what else? So yeah, you guys, the Tucum again. It's actually, in addition to having this anti-fungal, anti-humidity properties, it's also beautiful. It's got a soft yellowish tone, very eco-chic, and again, it's definitely a popular finish for buildings in Tulum and some buildings in Playa del Carmen as well. Okay, I'm not gonna make this any longer. If any of you have any interest in this, best thing to do is reach out to me via email at info@freedomplaya.com. You can also send me a direct message on Facebook or Instagram at Leticia or Leticia Montana. I sometimes take a few days to answer. I don't check direct messages all the time, but I do check my emails. I'd like to say almost daily. So info@freedomplaya.com. I look forward to staying in touch and see you next time. Okay. Blessings. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.